Hello and welcome to MindALot's world and Godus or Godus, whatever. Um, this game's currently in beta. Um, I'm not going to show this from the beginning. In fact, I'm not going to show very much of it. I'm just going to show you what I currently have. I may go back later and start over in a later build, but as it currently stands, the start is just so slow and requires just a lot of patience, and I don't think recording hours and hours of me doing very little is all that exciting. But I could be wrong. I may just do it again at a later time anyways. However, I have played a little bit, and I figured I'd show off how far I've gotten and explain a little bit about the game world. Although right now, it's suddenly very slow. I don't know. Maybe it's hard drive intensive and doesn't like fraps. That could be. So, this would normally be our starter area. I turn it up into a little town. Um, Basically, these are different levels of houses for the people. You can see some of them walking around, but I actually don't know much about what these guys are doing. Normally, if you take people out of their houses and they walk around too long, they take damage and will eventually die unless they get into a building or you heal them. So typically, when you see a flag over a building, that means you can spawn another person. You don't really want to do that unless you have space for them to expand, and I'll show that somewhere else. On the map, you'll see things like trees, which you can get rid of, rocks, which you can get rid of, these shrines here and there. So if you hold the right mouse button over something, it'll bring up a little description of it for some things. This is a shrine of power. I don't know, my guys worshipped it, filled it up, and then I think I got a little bit of a, for a belief. If you hold your button over a place, you can see, tells you a description of, what it is, tells you how many people it can hold, how many it has, and how long before it spawns more belief. And that's not a lie, it's actually 13 minutes before this will spawn any more belief. And the level 3 buildings can take up to, I think, hours. Yeah, hour and a half before this one spawns one. Which may sound sort of ridiculous, but the time passes if you're not playing, so it's kinda, I think it's meant to be a game where you play some, you go away, you come back, you play some more, which is not quite the same as Populous, but the battles are quicker, all the timers are faster, and so this is just kind of a sandbox mode in a way. Up here on the top left is my population count, current versus the amount to expansion. When you're playing the game early on, you'll notice you start hearing heartbeats. Check your population counter. If your population's like a few away from the next level, you'll start hearing a heartbeat, and that's just kind of a, hey, you're about to expand, or you're about to get something. I don't know why they used a heartbeat for that, since I keep on thinking someone's dying. So these little belief bubbles, click on the structure, you get some belief. I got 60 for that. I think 60. Towns, you put in the center, and they connect everything by a road, and they collect the belief from an area from all those buildings, so you don't have to click on them individually. And they seem to collect belief faster. I'm not quite sure. But as that builds up, you can click on I'm sitting at 54k, which seems like a lot. Earlier on, you're happy to have, 500 belief. You can go through a couple thousand easily, just trying to do a little bit of remodeling. Okay, sizes. Well, let me show some more expansion. Oh, what the heck? Let's expand here. So, that. And you're just dragging the land along. And as soon as you have enough for a building, it'll show up. Oop, wrong button. The interface is a little clunky. You could be when you get far enough, you can double tap to pull things out fast, pull things or push things. But it's not always consistent. Sometimes, it's supposed to be left button to raise and right button to lower, and sometimes you press the left button and it lowers. It gets kind of confused. It's really annoying. So that's a 1 there. That means it's the smallest size building, and if I want that to be higher, I just have to make more room for it. Now it's a 2. And just to warn you, if I had people in this area, they would start building on that before it's even ready. So having lots of extra people around kind of gets in your way if you're trying to build the larger structures. So 3 is my current max, so now I click this building, or these 2 even. And these 2 guys will look for something close by to do. Look, they can build, because there's a spot right for them, right next to them. So they'll start building this, and this will take 11 minutes to build, so we're not going to see the end of that. Just know eventually it will get built. I'm actually trying to expand this way, because there's a shrine of expansion I want to hit. And basically, you have different spells you can do. I can put a totem over here, and that'll summon any loose people to go run over there. But I don't know, I like to expand my way towards it, and if they're walking around and they're close to this, they'll go worship that and repair it, and then go build a house. And there's different types of shrines, like this one's a temple of battles. This is where you can click to fight the AI. I don't have enough time right now to actually show a battle, but it's kind of similar to the game, except you send your minions after them. So, put 3 people on the board. They hopefully will all go this way and start building over there. They may just wander around for a while. If you really, really want them to go over there, you can put down a totem. This is the expensive way to do it. You can put a totem down here, which, why not? And then anyone who's not currently, well, not these guys. I don't know, these worshippers or whatever, they seem to be useless to me. I guess I just count towards population though, so I guess that's not that bad. And then you do that. Now look, he's not actually building. He's waiting for me. He's at the my totem site. He's like, okay, I'm here. You evacuate this, and then he'll decide what he's gonna do. Oh look, there's something to build. So that's how you directly direct them. Also, in the map, you'll see, like here, if you notice there's these little, I don't know, pages floating around. That means there's a chest in here, and there's something hidden. Now, I can't dig it out because that's in my non-influence area. I've already dug out all the other ones. But basically, when you find one, you're pretty much just gonna dig down as fast as you can to bring it out. And those resource cards go towards your civilization. So, like right now, I'm trying to get a society card. I need more resources. I need 2 flint, which I don't know where to get it. It's either going to be hopefully in this area when I expand here, or I have to get it through fights with the AI. You get more spells and cards from the battles. GodOS. Oh yeah, GodOS is right now a lot of clicking. So if you have a mouse that you fight with, or a bad wrist, or any sort of injury that punishes you when you click too often, I suggest waiting until they consider changing the interface, because earlier on, you have all these places and you have to individually click each one, and you do it again and again and again to get your belief, and then you have to click many times just to build out the land. I mean, let's see. So we're clicking. So this is also weirdness. So I haven't moved my mouse, but for some reason, instead of bringing more higher layers up, it's trying to slowly flatten out what's underneath me. I guess it's just 'cause I'm too far away from the mainland. So a little bit closer. Still clicking, by the way. Let's see, did I go through 1,000? Yep, I went through 1,000 belief. It is. I believe it's way more efficient to single click and drag, but it takes a lot more effort, especially if you're going many layers, because you have to make sure you grab the right layer, grab and drag, and it's just, sometimes it fights with you. You're thinking you're dragging one layer and it decides, no, we'll push back the other one instead. See, look, now it's going down here as opposed to up here. There we go, that's a 3. I'm happy with that. Spawn 2 people and they'll go build. So, for one level 3 building, it took about 2k belief and a lot of clicks. And I accidentally demolished 2 buildings because clicking. I guess they didn't have bubbles on them, I don't know. Or maybe I accidentally moved the land. Not sure what's going on here. Now I have way too many people, which I don't want. Ugh. Also, another annoyance. If you rotate the world map, it'll unrotate on you without... Oh, come on. If you try moving the map. Come on. So I just got a new skill I haven't used yet, which is the Finger of God, and I'm hoping it'll help me. Hoping I can change that really small building into a larger one by destroying it. Of course, I've already built it because they're really fast with the smaller ones. And the other problem is if you accidentally destroy a building, you end up with so many free people, or people wandering around. It's annoying because they don't. Okay. So let's use a new spell. Let's unuse the spell. I don't know how. No, there should be a level 3, not a level 2. Really? There's not enough space there for a 3? Aw, people are dying. careful there. I don't want to accidentally get too many smaller buildings. So hopefully if I bring this over, it'll be enough and I can get up to 3 there. What do you think? Think that's big enough space? Let's find out. I don't know how to deactivate this. No, stop it. Ugh. These people are and they're dropping rock. So I can't quickly... Alright, you know what? You're both dead. What? Really? Oh wait, is that what I... No, that's not what I want. What is it? Yeah, that's what I want. Lodge. Okay. You guys can live now. That's... And you don't... If you don't have the Finger of God, that's even harder to do, because you have to kind of destroy the building. I don't know. Yeah, I guess use your totem to distract him, and then so while they're building, you can heal them. And I don't know if it's required. I don't know how long. I mean, they can survive for a while, but they sometimes move faster when you heal them. So every once in a while, I go through and give them a little bit of help. So, I built a couple places, and I'm down 5,000. That's pretty annoying. Okay, so what did I do, what, where? First, I was trying to build this towards this place, because I was curious what this Shrine of Power did. And then I found out that it didn't do anything, so I stopped trying. So I just basically flattened out one place, put a town here. Typically these would be a lot of smaller buildings, but at one point I came back and took away a layer, and that's where I got most of the 2-level buildings from. I was about to take another layer away to put the 3-level buildings in, but I got bored of that. And I ended up with just lots of people, because these full buildings, I mean, they won't all go towards a new building. Maybe 4 of them will, but not all 5. Even if it can hold 6. So you got extra people all over the place, and it's just a matter of what to do with them. And this was my second town, and my thought here was, we'll build this up really, really high, just because all the rest of this land is up really high, and maybe I'd have less stuff to move around, but that kind of a mix, since I am so high. And I put my town too close to the water, so I had to raise up a lot of land to get the most out of this town, because it's just a radius. And that saves so much clicking, and it just seems to give you some a little faster than when you would think it would. I'm not quite sure how the algorithm works. And that is Godus. Hopefully, what kind of game is it right now? Right now it's a clicking game. It's, I mean, you know, in some ways you say you can sculpt the land how you want to, but that's mostly true. The interface does fight with you. You know, if you try doing certain type of patterns, it kind of, in some ways it's good, but if you're trying to do something really creative, it'll fight with you, because it's just like, no, you can't have just a straight line here. We need to flatten it out some, and that can be annoying. Finding the treasure chests for resources is kind of strange. You know, not being able to just go after the resources. You think, you know, if I click on the rock, I can get something that way, but it doesn't work that way. Oops. And then there's always this problem, you can't. I wish there's some, you know, without actually activating and deactivating the totem, I wish there was some way to delay the people from trying to build the next building, because as you're expanding, they'll happily start pulling away at the level 1 buildings if you're trying to make space for level 3. You know, at first you're going from 1 to 2, and then you're trying to get up to level 3, and it's just really difficult with them, with the way they keep them moving around. Other than that, I don't know. It's a waste of time. I'm hoping that when the game gets a few more patches, gets a few more features, it gets a little more fun. Let's see here. I do want... And you can grab... I have the skill to grab and move these things, the plans, but that's not as good as you'd hoped.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
It helps a little bit, but if there's people around, once they start building, you can't move it. You can't do anything except for destroy it, which is just really annoying. And yeah, that's it. Alright. I enjoyed the small intro to my world and Godus. Maybe I'll do a battle next time. Bye.